Example of an absolute value equation. Now these are generally very easy types of equations, but you have to remember there's a definition to absolute value that says there's one thing you do for positive values of an absolute value of a positive number, and another thing you do for the absolute value of a negative number. But before we can even get to the definition, I need to isolate this absolute value term expression by itself. So I'm going to move the easiest piece to the other side, which happens to be this 2, and then we'll deal with the 3. Alright, so subtract 2 from both sides, and we'll end up with 3 absolute value of x minus 5 is equal to 6. And the operation connecting the 3 and the absolute value expression is multiplication, so we're just going to divide both sides by 3. And we'll get the absolute value of x minus 5 is equal to 2. Now, we have two choices. X minus 5 might be a positive number, and if it is, we're just going to leave it alone as x minus 5. Or x minus 5 could be a negative number, and we're going to have to change its sign. So what I do at this point is I kind of decide whether one situation is occurring or not. So I'll make the assumption that x minus 5 must be a positive number. So I'll come over here and I'll say, well, I'll just leave it alone, take it out of the absolute value, and I get this equation. But if x minus 5 is negative, I'm going to have to change its entire sign. So I'll have to take the entire x minus 5 and multiply it by a negative. Now most textbooks will change the other side, but the problem with that is it's not always the technique that's going to work. This one will work for all types of absolute value equations. Alright, so from here we're going to add 5 to both sides, and we're going to get x is equal to 7. Here, after distribution of the negative, we're going to get negative x plus 5 is equal to 2. Subtract 5 and you get negative x is equal to negative 2, negative 3, and change both signs, or divide or multiply by negative 1, and we're going to get x is equal to 3. So the solution to this absolute value equation is either a positive 7 or a positive 3. And you can check both of them back in the original and actually see that they both do come up to be equal to 8.